Want to increase your club head speed and translate that to 30 extra yards off the tee? Drill has been demonstrated and recommended. Best long drive coach in the world. What we're going to talk about is 3 recommendations and also 3 issues I do see on a daily basis. So if you've stumbled across my channel for the first time, please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The more likes this video gets, the more exposure the video gets, and the more golfers I can help in the long run. If I grip the club in that way where I pull my left shoulder back, my left arm gets really open and my grip gets really weak. Because I've set the shoulder a little bit open and the forearm a little bit open, essentially what's happened is my forearm's a little bit too open, we've got too much supination, my forearm and palm face too much towards the sky. So think about your left shoulder's a little bit open at address, so it's just causing your forearm to get a little bit open at address, and it's causing such a weak grip. So the thing to pay close attention to when I grip the club relatively weak, so if you think about this position where my left thumb is directly down the centre line of the grip, any time that I move my grip to the left, as you can see from there, my left shoulder starts to open. Set up to any golf shot and my left shoulder gets a little bit too low and open, that's going to cause the forearm to get a little bit open, and it's going to cause me to grip it too much in the palm of my hand. So you can see my left hand there, how my fingernails are pointing up towards the sky. There's a big gap between the fingernails and the palm of my hand. A good way to kind of eradicate this, set up to any golf shot, and what you're going to do from here is you're just going to feel like you twist your left shoulder in towards your body. So that you're going to take your left shoulder, instead of being too open, you're going to feel like your left shoulder meets the position of your left eye. So as you look out your left eye, your left shoulder's more in front of you. We need to get out of this position where my right shoulder gets a little bit too high at address, left shoulder gets too low. So the first thing you need to establish is put your left hand out in front of you. We're not twisting the forearm towards the sky. We're going to take our left hand out in front of you. You're going to feel like you turn your left forearm more down towards the ground in that position. Twist your forearm to 45 degrees. Then you're going to twist your palm towards the ground. Your forearm, you're not twisting it towards the sky. You're going to get your left arm at 45 degrees. You're going to twist your left hand. Got my forearms pointing down towards the ground and also the left palm. Because I've got a slightly stronger grip, my right shoulder's going to sit behind my left shoulder. My shoulder's too open, the forearm too open, and my left hand grip really weak. Shoulder has to move higher to get my right hand to connect to my left hand. And as you can see from there, my right hand stretches too much on top of my left hand. Right arm gets really straight. Towards my forearms, my grip's really weak, causing everything to move left. You swing down, and everything's going to be low and left. So your left forearm more down towards the down, so you feel like the front of your elbow, this elbow pocket, you're just twisting it down towards the down. So that's going to create a little bit more closing in my forearms. Then as I grip the club, left forearm is more down towards the down and also the right palm. As you can see from there, I've got a slightly stronger grip. Because my shoulders are slightly more closed and I've got a slightly stronger grip, as I place my right hand on the club, my right arm sits a little bit more behind the left arm, my shoulder's a little bit higher, my right shoulder's a little bit lower. A great analogy to use to set our hands in that position, if we turn the steering wheel to the left, everything's going to be slightly open. Taking my hands and feel like I'm creating a little bit more of a stronger grip. Anytime I turn the steering wheel to the left, when I grip the club, my right hand gets too much on top of my left hand, we get a severely weak grip. So what you're going to do is you're going to set your hands up in position, you're going to turn the steering wheel to the right, so the feeling from here as I feel like my right hand gets a little bit lower compared to my left hand. So I'm going to turn the steering wheel to the right, pulling my left shoulder forward and my right shoulder back. I can see 2 or 3 knuckles in that left hand. My left forearm's closer to where my body line is, palm with the forearm towards the sky. I'm going to connect my right hand to my left hand. To give blood analogy, elbow doesn't connect itself to the right hip, the gap in the right elbow and right hip. Connect your right hand to the golf club. The second piece of the puzzle is a lot of golfers will get the position of the golf ball a little bit too far forward. So anytime we get the ball position too far forward, that's going to contribute to my shoulders aiming severely to the left as well. And it's going to cause the club to collide with the ground after impact. A little bit stronger, 2 or 3 knuckles. Let me feel like that left shoulder works a little bit more in front of you. Flay your left foot open at 10 o'clock. And then take a bigger step with your right foot. So both feet are flared. That's going to allow the knees and the hips and the shoulders and rib cage to start rotating a little bit freer and functioning into the back. So ball position, a good baseline is underneath your left armpit. Flay your left foot open. Take a bigger step with the right foot. So your left foot's at 10 o'clock. Right foot's at 2 o'clock. Slide your right hand into your right knee. As my left shoulder's a little bit higher compared to my right shoulder. My right eye's a little bit lower compared to my left eye. As that chest gets too far ahead of the golf ball, my right shoulder gets a little bit too high and my right eye gets too high compared to my left eye. I encourage us to hit downward driver, and also it's going to encourage a path too much across the golf ball. You hit the golf club, feel like I pull that left shoulder in, forearm twist it down more towards the ground, slightly stronger left hand grip, 2 or 3 knuckles in that left hand. Put your right hand on the club. So ball position just inside left armpit. For us to create a little bit more spine tilt, you're going to slide your right hand down to your right knee, and then connect your right hand to your left hand on the golf ball. So it's a little bit higher compared to right shoulder. Our sternum is slightly behind the golf ball, so automatically we're setting up in a better position to help us hit up, and it's going to help create a little bit more of a draw pattern. A lot of golfers get the left eye too low compared to the right eye. Try and get your right eye a little bit lower than your left eye. So feel like just take your right ear, twist it a little bit more down towards the ground. So a little bit spine tilt, right eye slightly lower than left eye, swinging up to the top. And the feeling from here is I'm trying to get my right shoulder to rotate as far behind me in the backswing. So right shoulder to rotate as far behind me in the backswing. A great job you can use. Club head on your right shoulder. Try and get the club head to disappear, so my right shoulder is rotating as far behind me as possible in the backswing. Your left knee to point towards the golf ball, and right shoulder going behind you in the backswing. As soon as I get that right shoulder working a little bit more behind me in the backswing, that's going to create a little bit more space, so my hands are feeling as far away from my head as possible, so don't get the hands really narrow. Right shoulder rotating a little bit more into the top of the backswing, hands feeling as high as possible at the top of the backswing and as wide as possible. Get behind it in the backswing, then I'm going to stay behind it. So right shoulder behind you in the backswing, hands as far away from your head. As I start to rotate into the downswing, the club's working as far away from my head as possible, so don't pull the arms in. A great feeling is trying to keep your right arm as straight as possible on the way down. That's going to create a little bit more width of the club head away from your body. So get to the top, right shoulder working behind you, hands really far away from your head. Come back into impact. I'm not pulling my left shoulder so it gets too low. I'm keeping my left shoulder working up towards the sky. So my left shoulder works up towards the sky as quickly as possible in the downswing. Don't get the left shoulder too low, chest gets too much in front of the golf ball. Really what you're going to do from here, right shoulder behind you in the backswing. From here my legs are in a flexed position. As I come back into impact, my legs start to straighten. Left shoulder is going to work up as quickly as possible in the downswing, and that's going to allow my chest to extend towards the sky. So left shoulder working up as quickly as possible and back in the downswing, then chest towards the target. Don't get your chest too far in front towards your left foot. You're trying to keep your chest almost pointing back towards the middle of your stance. So right shoulder working back, come into the downswing. The grip end of the club's going to work up towards the sky. So left shoulder working up and back as quickly as possible in the downswing. Then chest towards the sky. Feel like my torso, my sternum, slightly behind my pelvis. So almost feel like I'm going slightly back at impact. That's going to enable me to hit slightly up the driver, and it's going to help me create a little bit more success. A couple of drills and tips that's going to help you hit slightly more up with driver. Please comment below with your thoughts on that video. Please like and subscribe to the channel.